Friday morning, Trump's FBI conducted a shocking raid on the home of President Donald Trump's former national security advisor and now critic, John Bolton. John Bolton and his mustache raided. Now, according to a source speaking to NBC News, it's part of a national security investigation in search of classified records. Really now?
Really?
I don't know about that one. All right. No, John Bolton holding on to classified material. No, not just holding on to it. Apparently, allegedly being a leaker of classified material, which is kind of hilarious, actually, considering what President Donald Trump himself had done with classified material. You know, keeping it in his bathroom. You know, that's. I mean, yeah, keeping his bathroom and his closet, you know, next to the toilet, and maybe flushing them down the toilet. You know, I mean, where else? Why else would you say something like this?
People are flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times.
Yeah, because you're trying to flush classified material down the crapper. Okay, that's what you're doing. So look, yeah, it's not exactly like they weren't exactly safe, those records sitting in Trump's bathroom. So it is very ironic to have the Trump FBI now suddenly so concerned about, you know, the security of classified material records that they would raid John Bolton's house. No, I'm pretty sure that is not the reason. Okay, look, there was an investigation into Bolton's tell-all book, The Room Where It Happened, which went absolutely nowhere. They were trying to dig up dirt on him, okay? And so, and the reason is because he is a Trump critic, and you know what that means? This is a weaponization of government. There is no clearer example of weaponizing government than going after your political opponents for literally no reason. Okay, so now, again, irony on top of irony, okay? FBI Director Kash Patel wrote, in justifying the raid, no one is above the law, you know, except for our criminal president, 34 felonies and whatnot. I mean, you know, it's one of those things. Okay. Yeah. But look, you also had Attorney General Pam Bondi posting, quote, America's safety isn't negotiable. Justice will be pursued. Always. Except not. All of this is ridiculous. Then you have Deputy Director, Dan Bongino, joining on the social media pylon with a message reading, public corruption will not be tolerated. Right. Again, you're working for the most corrupt president that we've had in my lifetime, at least. No one is above the law. No one is above the law, except for, you know, our criminal president, the 1,500 Capitol rioters that have been pardoned by him. I mean, here's a question. What national security risk is John Bolton? Right? And I'm going to be honest. I do not like John Bolton. I'm not a friend of John Bolton. I believe he is a warmonger and a bad person in general. Okay? I do not like him. I don't. And that said, the only reason that John Bolton has been targeted is because he is a critic of Donald Trump. This is why I call this weaponization of government. I mean, you think he's got classified records? More than Donald Trump had? Again, because Trump, we saw the records. We saw the piles of, you know, classified materials sitting in Trump's bathroom right next to his toilet. All right. And he refused to give those back, despite having multiple chances to do so. But he didn't. He didn't. He didn't give them back. So the FBI, they raided him and took him back. But now that Trump is in power and has been appointing his lackeys to very important positions, he's now doing revenge because they couldn't stop Bolton's memoir, from coming out. That's it. I mean, that memoir had actually predicted that Trump would do exactly what he's doing now. Use his second term to carry out revenge against his political enemies. Bolton wrote this: Trump really cares only about retribution for himself, and it will consume much of the second term. Indeed, pretty prescient words there. Okay, very, very telling. We all knew that this would happen. There is no surprise here. Nobody's walking around with Pikachu face. All right, it's just, he's been wanting to do this. This is what MAGA has wanted to do. This is what Trump has wanted to do. MAGA is cheering this on. Trump supporters, they're not going to get angry over this very, very clear example of weaponization of government. In fact, right now, they're like, yeah, how does it feel? How does it feel, John Bolton? But John Bolton didn't do anything. He doesn't have any classified records, period. But again, they're cheering it on because they don't want justice. They want revenge. It's never been about justice. Okay. MAGA believes that they have been wronged. They really do. Because the Biden administration very weakly and fecklessly attempted to kind of maybe hold Trump a little bit accountable, but failed. They failed. Just absolutely. They failed completely. And so, I mean, it was an absolute failure to do anything to hold Trump accountable. An absolute failure. But it was more than enough for Trump to go, all right, I'm getting some revenge now. It's vengeance time. Now, here's the irony about all this. I just mentioned that MAGA, believes that they have been wronged, and actually, they have been. They have been. They've been wronged a lot. But it wasn't due to Biden. No, you've got inflation that's going up. You've got wages that have stayed flat. Health insurance is about to get more expensive. Rents continue to rise. All of that stuff. Okay, all the stuff that Trump had promised to fix is more broken than ever. Vegetables are like 38% more expensive than they were last year. But Trump, instead of fixing any of that, is wasting his time going after his political enemies like John frickin' Bolton. Okay? Again, proving that he does not actually care at all about you. The sad thing, and the very sad thing about this, because again, I don't care about John Bolton himself, but the sad thing is that if you're a MAGA person, you're never going to realize that. You're never going to realize that Trump doesn't care about you, that he would gladly sacrifice you and your family to get himself ahead. I mean, that's the reality. And you're never going to realize that. And if you do realize that, well, it's already too late to do anything about it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.